Good afternoon, guys. It's HCG Charm, and I was just going to discuss a little bit today about the methods that I was using. I used both the drops and the injections during this round. I tried the drops at first and was not very successful as far as taking care of my hunger issues, so I switched over to the injections after 16 days of VLCD on the drops. So I thought I went over the stats today as far as how I did with the drops and how I'm doing with the injections. And I thought that maybe you guys would be interested as to what the results were. The original ones that, or the original drops that I was on were the homeopathic drops. And I actually did much better weight-wise on the homeopathic drops and inches, as far as release and inches goes. But again, I was not doing well as far as hunger-wise, and I just felt like I was starving myself. I didn't feel comfortable with it. So I ended up going to the injections, which I've been fine. I have not had any hunger issues at all and been doing much better mentally and physically with the injections. So here's the stats. On the drops, I was on it for 16 days and the homeopathic. And in 16 days, I released 15.8 pounds. With the loading days, I released 19.2, which that would, I guess, be the gross weight I lost. Which would mean in 16 days, I averaged, what was it? I averaged in 16 days, I averaged 0.987 per day. And then gross, if I put in the loading days, it was 1.06 per day that I lost or released. With the injections, now I've been on the injections for 24 days now, and I've lost 11 pounds or released 11 pounds in 24 days. And gross, because I ended up doing a 3-day load with the injections, because that's the way that they explained that I should do it because I was changing over. I ended up with a gross loss of actually 20.6 because I gained like 9 point something during my load. So I actually, with the injections, lost 20.6 gross, which would have been an average of 0.762 per day. But without the load days, it was an average of 0.46 per day. Now, inches wise, with the drops for the 16 days, in the chest area, I lost 8 inches. And with the injections in the chest area, I lost 4 inches. And which total together is like 40 days that I've been on between the two of them, which would be 12 inches total in the chest area. In the waist area, with the drops, I released 3.5. With the injections, 3, which was 6.5 inches in the waist. In the thighs, in the one, I just did one thigh and one arm. So in the thigh with the drops, it was 1.25. With the injections, it was 1. So it was a total of 2.25 inches in the thigh. And then in the arm, with the drops, it was 0.75. With the injection, 0.50, which was a total of 1.25 with both of them together. I didn't do the hip or the neck area until I was on the injections because I didn't think to put that in there. But I ended up losing a 1/2 inch in the hip and a 1/2 inch in the neck too within that 24 days. So, and I'm keeping track of that now from now on also. So basically how it all worked out with the drops in 16 days, I lost 15.8 pounds. With the injections, I lost 11. So that would that would be a total of 26.8 pounds in 40 days total, which is an average of 0.67 per day. So I think that's pretty good. If I went with the gross average in 40 days, I lost 39.8 pound per day with all the loading and everything. So, or 39.8 for the 40 days. So that would be 0.995 per day with the total gross weight loss. So I am very happy with that. It's still much better than what it was with me doing exercise and diet. So with the HCG, definitely worked much better. Now, the main goal is to get to my main goal, which was 130, because with diet and exercise, I could not get past that 143. 143 was my stumbling block. 143 was the death of me. I tried and tried and tried and tried, and I could not get past that 143. I mean, I worked out, God, I mean, I must have been 2 hours a day working out and eating 1,200 calories to 1,000 calories, and I still could not get past that mark. So, and then during the summer, I was so frustrated that I just said, the heck with it. I'm going to party and do what I want to do. And I ate terrible, drank way too much, and ended up gaining all of this back. I mean, not all of it, obviously, but I gained a lot back. I gained like 30 pounds in 3 months. That's just suicidal. I was just very frustrated, obviously, and I self-sabotaged myself, which I promised myself I will not do again. So, my main goal, I'm not going to be able to make it on this round, obviously, but I am hoping for the next round, which I want to start in my loading days. I want to start on Thanksgiving. So I still have another 10 injections left on my injections, which I'm just going to finish. I know that's a long round, but being that I know I'm not going to have a resistance to HCG, being that I'm not going to be on it for very long, so I'm not really worried about that. So I figured I'll go the 10 days, finish my 10 days of the injections, go the 2 days of the 500 calorie, and then I'm going to be on P3. I'm going to stay on that until Thanksgiving. And then Thanksgiving, I'm going to start my load days and start hopefully my final round to get to my goal. So I'm very, very excited to get there. But I'm hoping to get to, I doubt if I'll get to 143 in 3 days because I'm like 149. But I am going to stay on POP. I did have my own protocol. I still was eating my eggs. I could not give up my eggs. I've been eating an omelet every morning since I started this weight loss journey, and I refused to give that up. I just would not give it up, but I am giving it up for a week. I know I am a creature of habit, and I'm having a really hard time not getting up and making my omelet, but I did it this morning. I had an apple instead, which was not very satisfying to me, but I did it, and I'm going to continue doing that for an entire week. To see if that's going to make a difference to go totally on POP, to go totally on protocol and make sure that everything is perfect, to see what the difference would be. So I'm looking forward to seeing my results for this week for that too. So, but thank you everybody for all your help and all your support, and thank you newbies for all your help. This is a great thing to get on if you're just starting your journey. Like I said, I'm on like a 2-year journey, and this so far has been the most enjoyable protocol. I wish I would have found this 2 years ago, but I didn't, and I did do it the right way. Or not the right, there's no right or wrong way, but I did lose like 3 pounds a day, and I just chugged away and did it. But like I said, this was much easier for me than the way that I did it. And I would definitely recommend this to anybody and everybody. If you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to help you guys out too. But I'm sort of learning myself this is a new method for me, but so far I'm loving it. Thank you, HCG.
Time may change me, but I can't trace time. I said that time may